Okay, the discussion boards. These are going to be a big part of the course, as I mentioned in the first video. Because it's an online course and we get very limited opportunities to actually interact, we're going to make up for that with the discussion boards. So most of the modules are going to have a discussion board component, which means that at the end of each module there will be a link or an opportunity for you to contribute to the discussion. I have for each discussion sort of set up a prompt where I've written something that I'd like you to talk about. I've made that prompt purposely vague so that it gives you the opportunity to go in a lot of different directions with it. That's on purpose. And then what you're going to need to do for each discussion module is make a total of 3 postings. One of the postings should be an original post, one of the postings should be a response to somebody else's post, and the third posting can be either. So you're going to, as I said, need to make 3 postings for each module. Now, what I'm looking for in these in grading these discussion board posts, first of all, there is a rubric that is posted under course information that I would have you take a look at, because that's the rubric that I'm going to be using to grade the your discussion posts. But what I'm looking for is for you to do substantive, thoughtful posts. So in other words, you should demonstrate what you've learned from reading the book chapter, from looking at the presentations, from watching the videos, from thinking about the things that we have talked about in that module. So ideally, the posts that you make in the discussion board should be posts that you really weren't able to make a week ago, because they are going to demonstrate things that you have learned from these modules. So that's the kind of thing I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for, you know, actual substantive commenting and contribution to the discussion board. Now, I'm not looking for length necessarily. I'm not looking for you to go on and on and on with your postings, but I am looking to see that you have substance, that you've read the book, that you make connections, that you're showing critical thinking, and those sort of things. Now, also feel free to go beyond 3 postings if you want to. You don't have to, but you can if you want. And the other thing, just to be clear, is each week we're going to have multiple modules, which means you're going to need to make multiple postings. So, for example, if we have 3 modules in a given week, and each of those has a discussion board, you would be expected to make 9 contributions to the discussion board. So that's how the discussion boards work. Also, I'll point out that generally when I've taught this course, I've more or less kept a hands-off approach where I don't really get in there and comment very much or at all. I'm thinking about maybe playing with that this semester, and maybe I will jump in and make a contribution or 2. But we'll see. The reason I don't do that is when I first taught the class, I did do it, and I would find that when I would post something, people would, kind of think, oh, well, that's the last word on the topic. There's no point in me posting about that anymore. And that certainly wasn't my intention, and it won't be my intention if I do post. So that's how the discussion boards will work.